that made her famous will take you to opening night for Hello, Dolly.
And you have a front row seat. This is the 10 o'clock
is back for another turn in Hello, Dolly.
Harry, well, hello, Louie. It's so nice to be back home where I belong.
Revival of Hello, Dolly. The show opened tonight, and Stuart Klein's here with a review. Stuart.
John, I look forward to the 50th anniversary revival of Hello, Dolly in the year 2015, when I'm sure the indestructible Carol Channing will be in top form. She was tonight. That, of course, is the number that made the show. Yonkers widow Dolly Levi returning to her old New York haunts. And Channing, at age 74, sells it with remarkable zest. She climbs up and down stairs, glides through cakewalks and bucking wings, and in general has a high old time. Yes, Channing also overacts, chewing, along with the scenery, a chicken leg down to the bone. But as Dolly Levi meddles, piercing ears, reducing varicose veins, selling Jersey eggs, and arranging marriages, including one for herself, the role is essentially a cartoon. And Channing, with her baritone voice, flaming wigs, and jack-o'-lantern grin, is a living cartoon. Given the giddy style of the show, the musical should be as light as air. But in this production, a musty heaviness creeps in too often. The original feathery staging and choreography by Gower Champion in this version does not take flight. The show frequently has the feel of a touring company that's been on the road too long and has become predictable. Still, Channing never stops bubbling, and the customers cheered as she and the title song brought down the house. Overall, Carol Channing may not be the 8th wonder of the world, but she is among the top 20, and as Dolly on Broadway, she is indeed a sight to behold.
Famous. Dennis reviews the revival of Hello, Dolly, plus our...
You're looking swell, Manny, I can tell.
Of 74 may sound a little risky to some people, but not if you're Carol Channing. She's back in the show that made her famous, Hello, Dolly. And Dennis Cunningham is here now to tell us if the magic is also back. Dennis.
Michelle? Yes.
In
my own words, let me say, yeah, that's right. I just went to see Carol Channing on Broadway in Hello, Dolly. But no, we're not all suddenly horribly trapped in a time warp. 31 years after her 1964 Broadway triumph as the widow Dolly Levi, born Dolly Gallagher, Carol Channing, in her mid-70s, re-triumphs. Quite frankly, whilst going off to see this 31 years later revival, I was not exactly bubbling over with anticipation. But lo and behold, Carol Channing made a believer of me. She is a vital, blazing stage presence, a singular comic talent, and amazement.
Dolly is the ever-talkative, endearingly devious widow who's long lived life by her wits, but yearns now to settle down at long last. Now, the production itself is not a first-class one, though you can't notice much on videotape. There is a rickety, oft-tacky element to matters overall, which includes not simply the sets and the directing, but even the supporting cast. Nor will Hello, Dolly ever be numbered among the very best of American musicals, But it works like magic because of a consistently delightful Jerry Herman score, and often because of Michael Stewart's hilarious book, but far above all, because of a performer oft referred to as a legend who actually is.
Really quite amazing. Yes, there is, on our star's part, an occasional creakiness in a movement here and there, a definite wavering in the voice after all these years. And I remind you, this, a touring roadshow production that dropped by in New York, though I'm sure I'd love to stay. I hasten to repeat, this is in many ways a second-rate production. I hope that's clear. But for me, that's outweighed by the positive elements I mentioned, chief among them, way at the top, all by herself, Carol Channing. Quite simply, she's something to see.
And she's 70 years old.
74.
74 years.